Welcome to Real Estate On Track with Alka and Sanjeev Vaneja, the property-related talk show hosted by the dynamic brother-sister duo. I am Pia Jyoti Kachru coming to you from ITV Gold Studio in New Jersey, and join us every Friday at 8 p.m. and for those who miss it, catch the repeat telecast on Sunday at 8 p.m. And if you have any real estate questions, send them our way and they will be answered live on the show. Trust the expertise and integrity of On Track Realty, serving clients since 1994. You can contact them at 732-494-2211. Our seasoned real estate professionals, Sanjeev Vaneja ji, the lead broker and owner of On Track Realty, and Alka Aneja, an award-winning salesperson with over 27 years of real estate experience. And together they offer valuable insights into the world of real estate. Welcome to ITV Gold once again. And today let's start by talking to Sanjeev ji first.
Pleasure to be here again.
So Sanjeev ji, you know, I always talk about Alka has been in this industry for more than 27 years.
Actually, almost 30 years. 30
yes.
years, yeah.
Yes. So I want to know about you. How long have you been in this real estate industry?
I started in 92, so about 31 years, yes, 31 plus.
Okay, so let's talk a little bit about your career and, you know, your experiences as a real estate agent.
Right, so my background is electrical engineering. I was working in Delhi at Siemens. I came here, I was traveling throughout the world with a company that going to different parts of the world and doing the job. But then one day I decided I wasn't going to work for anybody. It was just they create a level for you that you can only go so high. And then when you're reporting to the president, either you will become the president or you will never become the president.
Right.
So real estate always made me feel that there is some potential in real estate. Now, little did I know that owning real estate versus being a broker, an agent first and then a broker, are two different things. But slowly, when you commit to any business, not real estate, but any profession, any business, you commit to it and take care of it every single day, do your best every single day, the success follows. Again, with God's grace. And that happened, and a lot of work and got my real estate license, and that's how it starts. It's in New Jersey, it's 75 hours of schooling. Once you take 75 hours of schooling, then you go to the real estate, you take a real estate exam. The Real Estate Commission has an exam. Once you do that, once you pass that exam, then you're ready to become a realtor. Now, there's a difference between a real estate agent and a realtor. As a realtor, we follow code of ethics and all, or we should follow code of ethics. We should treat people right. That's the Real Estate Commission licensing law. We should treat people with honesty and integrity. We say we do, but that's actually required too. Why many people don't follow is a different story. But honesty and integrity must be the pillars of success. So a lot of people say, how do I become a real estate agent? 75 hours of school, real estate exam, and you're ready to practice as a real estate agent. But all you become is a real estate agent.
That's right.
You haven't become successful one bit.
That's right.
Right.
To become successful, then you have to follow all the right steps.
Yeah. Real estate is not easy. So for someone who's considering and saying, you know what, I want a flexible job. I don't think that, you know, real estate is not a 9-to-5 job. It's true. It's not a 9-to-5 job, but it's not a super flexible job. You're working when other people are off. You're working when there are holidays. You're working at schedules of somebody else. You're not dictating that schedule. So know that your personal life does take a hit to become successful. Now, if you want to sell 1 or 2 homes, 4 or 5 homes a year, you don't have to. But if you actually want to make a decent amount of money and replace a decent job, then you are going to make some sacrifices. So just remember the pay grade, even in a corporate job, when you are a secretary, it's different. When you are a VP, it's different. When you are a managing director, it's different. And when you are a CEO, it's different. So here also, and that goes with the amount of effort you're going to put in, amount of time you're giving in. Here also, the amount of time and effort you're going to put in is what the job is going to give you back. So know that you are dictating your hours and you're going to get that much money in it. That's just how it works.
Right.
Success does not come easy.
It's a double-edged sword. So you think you have flexible hours, but flexible hours is what makes most people unsuccessful. 80% of people leave this business in first 6 months after they get the license. They come gung-ho, they think they're going to be successful, they do few things, and then they stop doing them. See, it's like a farmer. Farmer prepares the garden, sows the seed, and then says, you know what, there are no plants and I'm out of it.
That's right.
Then why did you even start the garden? And why did you even put the seeds in? If you're not going to water, if you're not going to take care of it, if you're not going to remove the weeds, it's a daily thing. It's not I will do when. It's a business. You have to treat it as a business. That's why we always say if you want to be successful, this business does not work part-time. Now you can do a transaction or 2 or 3, but if you want to be successful, you have to do full-time, but full-time is no guarantee of success either. To do full-time, you have to do basic things every single day. It's a very easy business. It's the most difficult business also.
Right.
So it depends upon what you're willing to do every single day, right? And when people want to come to us, we have certain criteria that they must go through. We promise that we will help you become successful, but we cannot make you successful. You will have to do those things every single day to become successful. You bring your dreams, we'll help you surpass your dreams. But it has to be full-time, and you have to be willing to do what it takes.
Yeah, and we always bring up that example, Priya, where, if you have like a card store or Hallmark store, you have to spend $250,000, or maybe it's even more now, before you sell one card, right? There you have to give money. Here, you come in, it's 75 hours of school, it's not so expensive to start a business, but you have to give your time, you have to give your sweat equity, and then you can start selling. So there has to be a give and take. There was an investment of money. Here, there's an investment of time and a desire and some sacrifice that needs to be made. Nothing happens without sacrifice. And there is absolute sacrifice that needs to be made here. And determination, of course.
And treat it as a business. This is not a job. It's a 1099 business. You only get a commission when you sell something and it closes. So it's not, don't expect a salary because there is none. There are some companies who do salary only, but then you're working like an employee. That's not what your real purpose of this was. So sky is the limit in this business. Sadly, like I said, 80% people leave this business in first 6 months. So come with a commitment. We will show you how to succeed, and we will show you how to succeed without cheating people, by putting people first with honesty and integrity. That is our commitment. That's how we will train you. That's what we will teach you. But if you're not in our area, no matter where you go, remember all these rules that we talked about. Know that real estate is a profession that can give you a lot of money, and real estate is a profession that will suck you in and you will do nothing from it. So
I have seen like so many, major franchises out there of real estate. So how do you like compete with them, and how do you differentiate?
Right. So
really good
in most cases, the franchises are independently owned, which means there is just like we own the on-track realty, somebody owns, but they are trusting a bigger name someplace. Those franchises really give you a name, but they don't dictate anything else after that. If you ever wanted to reach a boss of the franchise at top, you cannot reach the franchisor ever. So it's a recognition that people have. We are not recognizable if you go to Atlantic City. Nobody knows on-track realty. But real estate is local. So a lot of these franchises sell people on saying, we have referrals coming in, and real estate is local. Most people move within 5 to 7 miles. We are local also. So we don't say that we are very big in Bergen County or Atlantic County. We are here in Middlesex County, Union, Somerset. People know us. We want you to be known locally. Most of the business comes locally. And that's where you want to be successful. But you want to associate yourself with the company that you feel comfortable with, company that will make you follow those principles. That's critical. Yeah. So how do we succeed? One client at a time. Serving one client at a time so right that they become the raving fans. And that's a success formula no matter which company you go with. But we have made that not as a personal policy, but as a company policy.
I have a lot of times heard you talking about gratitude and goals. Tell me why gratitude, why goals?
What is there without gratitude? See, if we're not thankful for what we have, we will never be thankful for no matter what we get. So I say gratitude, not only be thankful for what we have, but thankful for what we do not have. We do not have bad health. We do not have so many things that a bad vice. We are not smoking. We are not drinking. Those are bad things that we don't want. So let's be thankful for those too. But waking up in the morning and breathing in the night, a lot of things we don't realize. The body has millions of cells working together in sync. Imagine if anything goes wrong, everything goes wrong. We are not thankful for that, for this billion-dollar body. We are willing to pay hundreds of thousands of dollars when we become diseased. But we are not thankful when we are okay. What's wrong with us? So be thankful to God every single minute. So that's what gratitude comes in. Your second question was goals.
Yes.
So goals are important. Goals are the destination that lead you, that tell you where you want to go. Are you there or not there? It's a measurement of your desire, but your subconscious accepts the goals very quickly. Now, there are a lot of people, some people say share the goals with others, and some people say don't share the goals with others. I like sharing the goals with others. I started drawing, like you might have seen, right? So I'm not good at drawing at all.
No, but I think you're pretty good.
So even people who don't know how to draw at all will do. So it's okay.
It's easier to criticize than to do yourself.
Right. But why did I set myself up? Because that encourages me to say, present myself. Become a fool, it's okay. I'm not making the best drawings, I know that. But I get lost in it for hours when I start making it. And that's all that is all about. But had I not declared it openly, maybe it would have become a side project. Because I declared it, I try to present myself, even if it's not perfect or even halfway perfect. So one is, yes, declare your goals. But secondly, double your goals of whatever you are. See, when you have a certain goal, you will probably meet it and your subconscious will stop you from doing anything more that year.
Right.
It says, I've reached there already. But if you have higher goals, even if you don't reach, you will reach what you originally intended. I'll tell you honestly, I wanted to walk 5,000 steps every day. I set my goal at 7,500 every day. Now, there are times when I'm not able to reach 7,500 steps. There are times when I reach 10,000. But there are times when I reach only 6,500, 6,900. I don't get to that 7,500 for whatever reason. But did I do more than 5,000 that I wanted to do?
Absolutely.
A lot more than 5,000. So never set your goals lower. Whatever your goal is, go higher. Your subconscious will quickly buy it. Your subconscious does not remember 5,000 anymore.
Sure.
It remembers 7,500. And if I don't succeed, I didn't fail actually. I still did more.
Right.
So share your goals with your loved ones. Make sure they're dream big and then work towards your goal every single day. When you have a goal, you'll do it every single day. There are days when I don't want to walk. So how do you achieve that goal? Oh, if my goal today is 7,500, let me start with the first step. It's going to be 5 rounds of the Roosevelt Park. Let me do only 1 round because I'm not willing to do it.
Right.
The minute you do 1 round, your body will say, you know what, let me do second also.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, before you know, you've done 10,000 sometimes because you took the first step. So in your goals, never be worried about how big they are. Worry about the first step that you're not about to take. And also remember, it takes long. Bad habits take long time to break. So it's easy to go to the bed and watch and sit on the sofa and watch the TV. It's also very easy to walk.
Absolutely.
It's easy. What's easy to do is easy not to. Jim Rohn used to say that all the time. It's easy to eat an apple a day. It's easy not to. So gratitude and goals, I think we covered it.
We did cover it, and I still feel there is so much to learn from Sanjeev ji, and definitely we will be talking about those things in our next, shows going forward. And Alka, I know last time you were talking about waiving appraisals.
Yes.
What does that mean, waiving appraisal?
So like tying it together, so for people who are looking for a home buying is a goal, right? And one of the impediments to home buying is an appraisal waiver. So what happens is an appraisal. So the bank will come in and the bank assesses value. A bank does what's called an opinion of value, and that's what an appraiser is. And the reason why we call that as an opinion of value is 3 different appraisers can give the value to the same home a different value, okay? So when you buy a home, what you buy is the value you decided you wanted to put on the home. What the bank does is bank comes in and does an appraisal. Bank says, okay, with my stats, this is what I think the home is worth. Now, we've all taken a stats class. It depends a lot of time on the appraisal, right? On the appraiser who's coming in. Sometimes they'll make it work and sometimes they'll not make it work. The seller is saying, I don't want to be dependent on that appraiser. You're paying higher than what we wanted in today's market. Buyers are paying higher than what the sellers want. The sellers are saying, we don't want to be dependent on that. So we want to make sure that you come in and you appraise that, you waive that appraisal. It means if the house is 700 and you paid 750 and you're putting down 20%. If the appraisal comes in at 700, the bank will give you 80% of 700, not of 750. So the balance of the money has to be brought in by you as cash to close. Now, important thing to remember, what Bhaiya spoke about last time, is you should have enough cash in hand. Enough cash in hand for 20% down, enough cash in hand for an appraisal waiver, enough cash in hand for closing costs, and then for that 6-month buffer that he was talking about. Do not take that 6-month buffer lightly. I was talking to my nephew, and he asked me this question saying this is a lot. I said, if you do not have 6 months buffer of mortgage in your pocket, don't buy a home. And
it's not just mortgage, it's living expenses.
Yeah.
See, mortgage is one thing, but when your job goes, living expenses are still there.
Yeah.
It may be the car payment, it could be it's the health insurance, it's the food, everything combined.
Everything comes in. Yep.
So you have to make sure that 6 months is there. But there is also to touch on what Alka was saying. Appraisal is opinion of value by this person who comes and looks at the appraisal who was sent by the bank. The appraiser looks at this logically. What that means is he says, based on other property sold,
Yes.
this is what the price he thinks or she thinks should be.
Right.
The buyer is not looking at logically at any property. The buyer is looking at it emotionally.
Yes.
The buyer is looking at it saying, and this is what I'm willing to pay, whatever it takes. And if that emotional value is there, this appraiser doesn't have the emotional value, but the buyer does.
Yeah.
And that changes everything. The need changes everything. So let's say your brother lives next door and the home comes up and you want to live next to your brother. Does the appraiser care whether your brother lives next door or not?
No.
But you care.
Exactly.
And how much are you willing to pay? Whatever it takes. That's the difference between.
I'm not going to be willing to pay whatever it takes to live next to you.
I don't know if you heard what Alka said. She says, I'm not willing to pay whatever it takes. So she may pay less than what the appraiser is willing to appraise. And we are okay with that. Although Alka is kidding, I think she would love to move in, but that's neither here nor there. So going back seriously, the water bottle may be 25 cents at Costco. It may be $1 at the stand. It may be $5 at the basketball game, but it may be worth everything in your life if you're so thirsty that you will die without it.
Yeah.
So your home purchase is an emotional purchase. But you don't want to be buying emotionally when you cannot afford it.
Yes.
Your appraiser has zero emotional value in it.
Yeah. The appraiser does not give an east-facing home or a north-facing home more value than a south-facing home. They do not care. A buyer, for Vastu reasons, may pay more for a north-facing home or an east-facing home. That's completely up to you. You paid for it. You need to make sure you can handle the difference. The appraiser does not care what it faces. And we asked them, we said, in some areas the demand is higher because east and north. He said that's completely the buyer's choice. As far as I'm concerned, the house means the same thing. So you remember, if you paid for it, because you ascertain the value of it, make sure that your budget allows you and your wallet is padded enough.
Good.
to make up that difference.
Well covered. I think appraisal is well covered.
Yes.
Any other questions for the show?
I actually have questions from our, viewers who do watch us, who do watch this program on social media. So, my first question is from Shehnaz. She is asking, how can I determine the right home price to ensure a successful sale in today's market?
Successful sale means so they can buy
it.
So
yes.
what offers they should make? Alka?
So the price of a home is what a buyer is willing to pay and what a seller is willing to take. So if you like a home and you say, you know what, to me, this is what a home is worth, you always say, give a price of a home that you're happy to get it at and happy to lose it at. And that's really your price. You buy your home and you're going to live in with complete emotion, right? Obviously your wallet has to support it and all of that. But the price, if a home is listed at $750 and you're okay to pay $725, but you're not okay to pay $735, then you're not okay to pay $725 either, right? Because $10,000 should not stop you from buying a home. Some people will say, well, maybe I can. No, it doesn't work like that. But the price, if you find out that you offered $725 and the home sold for $735 and say, crap, I should have paid $735, then pay it now.
I guess summary of that is a home value is dependent upon how much you want the home.
Yes.
Period.
Period.
Nothing less, nothing more. How much should you pay? We don't know. Because you may love it, but somebody else will love it so much that whether what you thought the price was right, the other person thought even higher was the right price.
That's right.
You're right.
So
Their brother lived next door.
Yeah. So, or the sister lived next door. So the bottom line is our price, the offer that we make does not matter because there may be somebody else to whom it matters more.
Absolutely.
And lastly, I know you guys have been talking about some cruise, and I have been hearing both of you talking about some ticket. So can you just talk about that?
Right. So we saw this thing on Facebook yesterday. There's a temple in Edison, Harirama Hare Krishna temple, Radha Gopinath temple, I believe it's called. So they have a cruise sometimes in August, first or second week. I don't remember the date. We'll put it on the screen right now. They are doing a cruise and we are getting some tickets from them that we are saying we will give 2 free tickets in every show starting today. All you have to do is send us an email to sanjeev@ontracrealty.com or alka@ontracrealty.com and just tell us that you want 2 free tickets and why do you want 2 free tickets. This cruise is for chanting. This cruise will have dinner, which is obviously vegetarian dinner. And you are in New York skyline enjoying from 8 p.m. to 12 p.m. You have to be in Jersey City by 7, but 8 p.m. to 12 p.m. of the show. I think it will be fantastic. So come if you enjoy chanting. There is no purchase necessary. There is no obligation necessary. We will never reach out for you in email to sell you anything. So don't think we are collecting your information to sell you something later. Absolutely not. This is our thank you and saying, come enjoy chanting if you are a Krishna devotee.
I would like to thank both of you for coming, but we'll be back again next week, same time. Till then, goodbye and thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Priya. Thank you.